I suppose I should have put myself on the screen before that ended. Good evening, good afternoon. Where's that sound coming from? I'm still a rookie at this, Doug.
Boomer.
I need to find where.
You old
Where's that
has been
sound
washed
coming
up
from?
boomer.
Mute. Okay, all right.
You sound just like that's how everyone in my streams start.
Well, welcome everybody to the 12,000 subscriber live stream celebration. I can do it this way. Doug is first here. I was gonna throw the chat the link a little later, maybe, but just wanted to. Yeah, man, 12,000.
Good job, dude. That's awesome.
Shabby. Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, this is coming from Doug, who gets 12,000 subs in his sleep.
Yeah, but mine are, they're not there for me. Yours are there for you. Back when they were there for me, I was only getting 800 subs. So it's not. I'm only saying, if you're a mortal. When mortals like you get 12,000, it's impressive. It's real. It's real. People like you. It's real.
Thank you.
They like your
demigod
content.
Doug. Thank you very much.
They like your real stuff. Your real life.
Well, I'm building these off of just doing art. So
yeah,
art
exactly.
And,
exactly.
Getting on my soapbox and complaining about the sad state of things while I'm doing art.
There's nothing wrong with lower. Anytime you do something more real, that's more authentic, you'll necessarily be a little less popular just because you're not just trying to do what the audience wants. You're going to give them scriptures or you give them art or you tell them the truth or whatever. You're just not going to be as popular. That's not how you get pop. You get popular, you start putting on a show for the big masses. And
yeah,
the end all be all is not popularity. It's okay to be popular in one area and then totally authentic in another, So I like that you're authentic and you got your 12,000 is legit.
Jean-Luc says, oh no, is Doug going to badmouth me again? Yes, he is.
Jean-Luc.
The dog show is on.
That guy, I'm not going to badmouth you. In fact, I have so much respect for you. And at the same time, I have no respect for you. That's terrible to say. I don't mean it, Jean-Luc. I don't mean that. I was a joke.
Oh, it looks like we have another fine feathered friend with no camera. Edwin.
Talk about boomer. Hey, Mike, I went to Best Buy to get a camera.
Somehow I became a hillbilly in that iteration.
Yeah, the Hawaiian hillbilly.
Whoops. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mute you. I was trying to edit your mic settings because you're hot.
Am I hot? Or
no,
Edwin's
you're
hot?
Good. Edwin's hot.
I know, but he's got the thumping bass.
Sorry, is that better? I don't want to break any speakers.
Well, now dang it. I keep hitting mute instead of edit mic settings because I had you. All right, say testing.
Testes.
That's not what I said, but we'll go with it.
That's it. We're in 8th grade again, Edwin.
Well, I was just sitting here strumming my banjo and
yeah, you guys are only like a state apart. You guys should get together.
Wait, I thought he was in Hawaii. Are you not in Hawaii anymore? I've been off.
I am back home in the family homestead in North Carolina.
Sweet home, North Carolina. Yeah.
Going to Carolina in my mind.
Wow, that's quite a far cry from Hawaii.
Yeah, it's so good to be home though. I've been homesick for like 20 years, and so I've really enjoyed being back in North Carolina.
And you,
for me,
worked out
homesick
Hawaii.
would be Hawaii.
I'm just saying, you spent 20 years in Hawaii. It's like, okay, I get it. You did the Hawaii thing. You milked that thing for all it's worth. You got all the pleasure, all the fun, all the good. Now you go to North Carolina, you get to do the same thing.
I extracted all the aloha. And like I live just in a great county. Like when I go to Walmart, people are like open carrying. They've got like a 45 on their hip in Walmart. It's fantastic.
We kind of did that for Thanksgiving. My my new son-in-law is a cop. He's a PhD officer. So he rolls in with his 45, something like that. And then my son just got a 1911, and so like I'm going in gun safe and getting stuff out, and we're all like, and then my son's mother-in-law could just see her face. She's like,
America.
It is not a when you go to North Carolina or Tennessee, it is not a big deal to see someone with a gun just walking around on their belt. It's kind of it's
the
cultural.
way America should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 12,000 subscribers. That is a lot of subscribers.
It is, and it's one of my target numbers. And this is the only time I'll bring this up, but it's because I beat John Malin, and it's just something I've wanted to do. Next target.
It's important to have goals.
Yeah.
That's Zig Ziglar. You gotta have goals, and mine was to beat John Malin.
Well, what was funny is like I never even paid attention to Shane Davis, and I was getting 11,000 or something. I'm like, oh, I wonder how many subs Shane has. I'm like, oh, I passed him like 1,000 subs ago. I didn't even. I'm not doing that thing like every single step of it was just John in particular because he's been a bane.
You're the angel of death walking down the hall.
I'm sure Malin's really troubled in staying up all night that you beat him in sub count.
You know, you say that
if
he pitched a fit on Twitter.
It bothers you, if this actually bothers you, then in fact, I know he's laughing about it because there's no way in hell that guy could live in his own skin and have it bother him.
You say that, but it takes very little provocation to get Malin to weep.
But I thought he was like the quiet one. He's like the grunty,
oh my
quiet
gosh,
one.
you have missed so much.
Is he emotional outburst guy?
Remember how I used to call him man baby?
Yeah.
He's the fully formed man baby now.
It's more of a lady man baby.
Did someone pick his scab or something? Why would he suddenly go all emotional?
I don't know. Menopause?
They say that when your sub counts are as low as John Malin's, that you lose your testosterone. Well, maybe he can go on Wart the Wizard show and she'll throw him some subs. Maybe he can go on Hut, the Pizza the Hut or whatever his name is, Comic Book Hut. Maybe he can get some help, a hand up from the Hut.
You wouldn't want to
Post. Get on Neil Post show and I'm just trying to.
I don't know if you'd want to get a hand up from Mandy without like a strict decontamination.
Whoa. Christian channel.
He goes to North Carolina and he gets a mouth on.
Hard right.
Pumping the brakes already.
Oof. That was way too close, Edwin.
How old is your channel, Mike? How long did it take to do 12,000, just so the people know?
Well, I mean, dude, my channel's old, but I started just uploading family videos and stuff. And then when I started like, I'm going to do this, Ethan, before I joined Comicsgate, Ethan's like, oh yeah, you got to get on and do like, videos. And he's like, I make $20,000 a month. And I was like, that sounds like a plan.
Heck yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah. Between, I started 2018. And then, during that time, I got up to around 6,000 subscribers. And then I left Comicsgate and that kind of crashed. And then between then and now, I got up to about 7,000 subscribers. And then up about 2.5 months ago, I started doing these, welcome, Buddy Rabbit. Hold on, I'm in the middle of an anecdote. I started doing these redesign art videos. And in 2.5 months, I went from about 7,000 subs to 12,000. So, and I took about a month off to do some work for hire stuff in between. So really it's been about a month and 6 weeks worth of videos got me 5,000 subscribers. You are muted.
Oh, you said you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, you're muted, Doug.
I touched my red. I hate these. This is a great microphone, but if I touch it, like, you know, it's got a little colored thing, a little color light here.
You did it again. You
Yep.
just touch the light and it turns off?
Yeah, it's a cough button. So now I got to rig like a plastic butter lid. You know, I'm gonna put like a piece of plastic over it so I can't touch it. I have to rig it now.
Brandon says those redesigns are awesome. All right, Buddy Rabbit, you are on. Wenger says colored.
Now, you know what I mean.
Hey,
Were you
Wenger.
talking about the engineering?
You know,
I have a question.
Mike, my favorite, my Pentecostal grandma used to say, Doug, you better watch out for them Japanese and Chinese because the Bible says the yellow race will rule the world. You better watch out, Doug. That was my grandma, my Pentecostal grandma. I don't know where she got it from. She said, in Revelation, it says the yellow race will rule the world. So you watch out. And
What version of the Bible was she reading?
We're talking probably King James.
That's a Schofield Bible. Yeah.
That's a Schofield Bible. Yeah. But since someone was saying colored, and Mike is
I'm a colored.
He's half Asian.
I'm
I
off
hate
white.
Mike's race, but I hate the white part of him.
You're a self-loathing.
Well, I'm gonna fit in just fine around here, these parts then.
Buddy Rabbit, first time on the stream. What's up, buddy?
Yes, hello, sir. Hello. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. So I have a question about the low T comments. What if I don't have a channel? Am I just doomed?
No, it doubles your team. Staying away from YouTube will probably increases your masculinity by an order of magnitude.
I just heard your testicles drop going through
breathe
puberty.
like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. My voice is already getting deeper as we speak.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Rock and roll. All right. Hi, Cadillac Jack. Cygnus Starscream, Cadillac Jack. Got some people rolling in. What's up, everybody? So, man, yeah, 12,000 subscribers. Pretty exciting. I thought about doing I don't know. I'm not doing a lot of live streaming because I'm just trying to grow the channel, right? But I thought maybe at some point it might be a fun idea to do a live stream that's not drawn and quartered, that is letting the chat tell me what to draw, and then converting that in. No, Doug, you don't like that idea?
I don't like any. Well, it's too legit and too real. I don't like anything legit and real. Anything authentic.
Okay. What would be an inauthentic way to do this then?
A poll, and then you just pick the lowest voted thing.
Do the opposite. So I'll put what I actually want to draw on there and then ignore the poll results.
Yes.
I feel like it should all be drawing Trump as various characters and superheroes.
And never follow your audience's advice. That's how you lose.
He's got to be carrying a cat in
That's how you
every
lose
picture.
everything.
Did you know, guys, Trump won won.
No way. Once
Lordy be.
I didn't realize this was a Trump channel. I'm leaving. I'm reporting it right now.
You didn't?
Wait, Trump won the. What did he win? What happened?
He
What
won
did he win?
2020. It's just we've been waiting.
He's going to win in 2028 too.
Yeah.
Project 2028. Get the crown on that man's head. You know, I'm such a patriot. I'm ready to flip it all to a king. I'm ready for a king now. I'm done with. After the presidents in my life, we've had Clinton, Obama. I'm just saying, go make your big argument against having a king.
Well,
I saw that, Mike. I agree.
I was reading Aristotle's Politics today, and he does identify democracy as a corrupt form of a constitutional republic.
That's right. That's right. They were against the uneducated voter.
So Aristotle said democracy is in fact fake and gay, Mike.
That
Which
is
he's
true.
right.
I have the quote here if you want me to read it.
Yeah. We're a republic. It's like
Buddy Rabbit actually has it on his wall. So
Votes
Mike,
are barely legal even in America. They're barely okay. They were really light on the vote thing. The founders were flat out. Like they were, Edwin, you guys know that like they used to appoint, wasn't it? They appointed senators
Yeah.
and they didn't.
yes, we
They
should
didn't
go
vote
back
on
to
them. They
that.
appointed them. They didn't care who you voted for.
Yeah, it was
Nine-
the state assembly voted for the.
And the 19th Amendment needs to go right in the garbage can.
Is that the one where
immediately.
women vote?
I know. Crazy, right?
You thought I was joking. I actually did pull Plato off my shelf.
I'm impressed that you have it on your shelf. I have it in another room. It's too far away for me to. It'd be great if I just referenced mine and just grabbed it and go play those. It would dust the dust off it.
I usually have everything within arm's reach.
So, Mike, I'm going to have to be a drive-by guest. I am actually running a Marvel RPG for some of my Discord friends tomorrow.
Oh,
and so
no.
I need to finish writing the adventure. I'm trying to figure out a shrink ray to incorporate in the game. I want to
that's
villain
good.
with a shrink ray.
I like that.
Ray
A shrink ray, yes.
from
I like it.
Marvel?
Yeah, well, you got to use some creative license. I'm not sticking to strict canon here.
I know. I'm just trying to think of who in Marvel had a shrink ray.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Break out some Pym particles. There we go.
Yeah, but make it like the psychotic Hank Pym, like
Oh, the yellow jacket.
Yeah,
Like I told you twice, woman. Make with the sandwiches. Got my wife laughing now. But Doug, fantastic to see you. Buddy Rabbit, very good to meet you. I am sure you will be an entertaining guest.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
See you, brother.
Not that buddy. Not great. I'm surrounded.
Brother,
That's
buddy.
part of the
Calvinist.
Machiavellian plan. That's why the name is there. That's just
It was meant to be.
confuse everybody.
Okay, Machiavelli. Now we're doing more classics here. He's doing Plato.
I mean, I
Buddy
could go
is
grab
Machiavelli.
Voltaire. He was sitting next to Plato, but that whole shelf is just for philosophical trash.
Buddy is a classicist.
Are you? Can you, in a quick shorthand, get us up to speed on Machiavelli and Machiavellianism? When someone is Machiavellian, they go, "Oh, that was a Machiavellian political move." What do they mean by that?
In a really short way,
Yeah.
to make this sort of not take too much time. Devious, just being wily. You're an unscrupulous kind of character in some sort of a schismatic way. It usually referring to like politics or some sort of social power over whatever the group is that you're interacting with.
Now, is that a character in a fictional book or is it a historical character?
He's the writer,
Oh, really?
I thought. Yeah. Machiavellian is a defense. I always thought it was like ends justify the means in politics. That might be getting too.
It's if you want to deep dive it, it gets into like the dark triad. If you want to get into like
I'm going to
psychology,
Grok. You're not answering fast.
Yeah, what's dark triad?
it's a personal psychology model that's like a triangle. The dark triad is narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy.
Oh, these are a few of my favorite things. Here's Niccolo Machiavelli, 1469 to 1527, was a Florentine diplomat, author, philosopher, and historian who lived during the Italian Renaissance. He's best known for his political treatise, The Prince, written around 1513, not published till 1532, 5 years after his death. He's often been called the father of modern political philosophy and political science. So,
well, that doesn't speak well for modern political.
it doesn't, but that's what I mean by when they go, it's become to mean more like pure evil. But it's really more, that's what I mean by it's a little more like Western kind of ends justify the means.
It's sort of the primary thrust of The Prince. It's sort of acquiring and exercising your unethical gains of power. You're overreaching, and it really is an ends justify the means.
Yeah, here's a big classicist, Leo Strauss, Straussian constitutional philosophy. Even into recent times, some scholars such as Leo Strauss have restated the traditional opinion that Machiavelli was a, quote, teacher of evil, unquote. So he didn't mean to be the teacher of evil, but he was. He ended up teaching how to be
But the ends
selfish.
justified his means.
Yeah.
That might be too. His approach has been compared to the real politic of figures such as Otto von Bismarck. So real politic really is like, hey, if someone goes, hey, you're a politician and I caught you lying. And they go, hey, this is real politic. Like, I'm just getting stuff done. And there's a lot of that defense of Trump. Or when someone's as evil as Kamala Harris, then your ends justify more immoral means to knock her out by holding up a Trump, and you cover up for all his sins, and you go after all her faults, and you call her names like drunkard, demon possessed, and evil, which are accurate descriptions also.
Like most philosophers.
Yeah. But Kamala Harris is more just an idiot than evil.
Over there.
Yeah. You can pretty easily, if you can easily attribute stupidity instead of malice, then that's probably the most likely explanation.
I agree with that. 100%.
Stupidity to Kamala Harris.
Buddy,
I've had bags of rocks that were smarter than Kamala Harris. So.
Yeah, and the reason why you do that, it is really a form of restraint, because it doesn't mean that people aren't evil. It just means it's very hard to know motive. So instead, you give them a less evil motive like stupidity than blatant evil.
Yeah, it's what is it called? Hanlon's razor, I think is what it's called.
All right, I may regret this, but I'm dropping the link in the chat.
Yay! Get in here, everybody.
Gonna have more people talking over each other than FNT at the end of this.
Well, he doesn't have to bring them on. He can bring them on one or two, a couple at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, just shotgun him.
And if you're entertaining, we'll do that. What is it like? Johnny Carson used to bring people up, and if he liked them, they'd sit them down for a while.
Oh, so I just got to keep performing, is what you're saying? I got to get the jester hat on.
Dance, monkey, dance.
I have some bells somewhere. I could probably go find them and ring them.
Man, I don't have any topics other than I have 12,000 subscribers, and I wanted to do a live stream and say hi to everybody and just.
You're a terrible YouTuber.
I'm a terrible YouTuber.
Well, guys, I have nothing to talk about other than that I got 12,000 subs. No wonder why it took you 8 years.
Well, I mean,
how bad is Malin for you to beat him?
He's shrinking. He's been losing subscribers.
He
was at 12, but now he's at 11.9. And then apparently, I didn't see it, but somebody said that
Comicsgate is so legit and so robust, and they make so many books, and they're going to save the comics movement. How can they be losing? I don't get it.
Yeah.
What's wrong? I blame the fans.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, and all us fails.
So do they, I'm sure, because the fans won't do their bidding, right? And that they won't turn on all the other people.
No. A whole lot of fans do their bidding.
That's true.
Still,
I don't think it's a whole lot.
You know what? That's a Machiavellian answer, Mike, because they're doing something right by pragmatic standards. They still have a huge base of followers, and so you just kind of flip on them. You can be on team good guy or team bad guy, but you will be on a team. That's what I mean by
no offense.
They have plenty big audience, and they have a plenty big anti-audience.
Yeah. Welcome to the stage, Ben Blankenship. What's up, Ben?
Hey.
Personal psychology model.
You're playing in the background, so. Psychopathy. I heard psychopathy. Wow, you're like way behind, huh?
Yeah, that's me singing way behind.
The Prince was an awesome book.
It's not a documentary, Blankenship. It's not a,
Ben, you have to
No,
stop the
I've
YouTube
read it.
video.
I took college course things on it and all that.
Okay, cool.
Did you stop your YouTube? I still hear your YouTube. You have to stop your YouTube, otherwise you're going to hear.
Yeah, stop your YouTube show that you're listening to because it's behind our live feed. Can you hear us live? It doesn't, but that's what I mean by when they go. I don't think he's hearing us live.
Ben
He's listening
can't
to
hear
the
us
show.
live. All right, I'm gonna mute.
Just
Ben
bump him out and
until he
then,
figures it out.
but leave him in the green room because then he'll hear the part of the show.
All right. Good call. Good call. Ben, when
Sorry, Ben.
when you're caught up to me saying this, give a thumbs up.
Yeah, these filthy pedestrians don't know how this works.
I have headphones on and I knocked out all my other YouTube videos.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that you were like blowing up? We've got like the highest views on the podcast thing that you came on, Mike.
Oh, really?
You're bringing the heat, man.
I don't think it's me.
Now next week we have Baron on there, and
Yeah, Mike Baron.
Then Al Nickerson will be on there with him. Do you know Al?
I don't know Al.
Al's
I
he
do.
did Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He's been Nickelodeon and a bunch of different things. All that.
Yeah, he
Right
sounds
now-
familiar to me.
Right now, he does a thing called Sword of Eden, and they sell it in. It's like a graphic novel. He's got the second one out, and they sell it in like Christian stores. She's Jewish, and she has the sword that the angel had that kept people out of the Garden of Eden, and she killed demons.
That's God's sword.
Yeah.
That's my story.
Is it?
Wait, Mike.
Yeah,
It's my story. It's
Sword of
Hicks and
Eden.
Bragg. It's
My
Hicks and
character's
Bragg.
name was
that's-
Eden.
Mike, dummy, that
it's a
sword
Ju-
shows
it's
up
a-
in Hicks and Bragg.
It's a Jewish girl with a ponytail and a ninja outfit, and she's taking them down. They've got Nosferatu in the book too.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, it's also in Assassin's Creed. It's in a lot of literature. I've seen it all over. So don't think you invented that pitch. But in mine, I use that same, the sword that
Yeah, but
keeps them out.
How old is yours? Because my story's about as old as Eden is.
It doesn't matter how old it is.
I just never finished
It doesn't matter how old it is. It's who sells theirs first. is
That's
what I
right.
mean. You can't.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, that's fine. I got a bunch of other stuff.
That Machiavelli thing, the dude that wrote it, he really wanted like Italy and everything to turn around, and he was trying to give them advice, and and it all sounds horrible, but he's like, there's those who have to obey the law and those that write it, and so he basically sounded like American politicians, today.
That is modern American politics.
Yeah, don't they call him a classic? What do they classify him now as? As a classical Republican?
No.
No,
He would be called a.
I mean, strictly in like the academic field. I don't mean like what we would call him.
I would not, because if he believed in the Republic, that's where you have to have a very firm grasp of and belief in immaterial law and proper means and proper ends. And I don't believe Machiavelli would say proper means to achieve proper ends.
It's been a long.
He would just say
maybe-
They just say proper ends.
Well, maybe Ben could answer this because it's been a long time since I read I read The Prince. Doesn't he refer to those immaterial manifestations of government roles as princedoms? Or am I misremembering?
I don't recall exactly. I don't want to answer
Principalities
wrong.
and powers.
It's a neat book. It's he offers a lot of weird advice. He talks about like the difference between people hiring an army and all kinds of stuff. They'll turn on you, kind of like War Campaign has Ethan Van Sciver, but that's another thing. Yeah, they're fragmented. It's they're sheep without a shepherd. I don't know. They just haze everybody now. But
Let me give you a quick quote. The political theory of Niccolo Machiavelli is associated with realism in politics and the idea that leaders should prioritize the stability of the regime over ethics. Summarized in the phrase, the ends justify the means. So that's what I mean by that is the most evil form of lying politics. If it has any home, it would be on the left, and it would not find its place anywhere in a truly conservative or any kind of a republic.
DJ Peterson, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that anymore. I was told.
Yeah. Metals, Movies, and Brewskis wants to know what projects I'm working on, Mike. I'm working on Blacklist Universe stuff. Not immediately right now. I'm just working on building my channel out. But I'm about 50, 60 pages into Nobody's Business, which is a book that takes place about 12, 13 years after what happens in Lone Star 3. So, hey, somebody's drinking early. Oh, it's not early for you. 9:30. A little early for me. I only drink nightcaps, so
Water
So
back too.
that's what I'm working on, and just trying to take over the world.
To 12,000.
Salute. Thank you very much.
I have coffee. You can't see it, but I'm drinking it.
This is unsweet tea. Just
Yeah, mine's unsweetened too.
Out of a mason jar. That's how you do it.
have you? Yeah, I'm in East Tennessee. Have you ever had the Southern Comfort eggnog? I'm not talking alcohol talk. I'm just talking about like the eggnog because it is the best of all eggnogs.
I'll give that a shot. I like SoCo. It's a little sweet for me. Is the eggnog real sweet?
It's really good. They've got two different flavors. It's got some sweetness to it, but it's nice.
I'm going to buy some, buddy, on your recommendation. What part of Tennessee? Where are you at?
I live in Kingston, basically by Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah,
My son goes to school out by
Rowan County.
Chattanooga, out at Covenant College. My son's out there, so he goes by there.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, I haven't heard this voice in a coon.
And come over and play whenever you want, Blankenship.
Wanger!
Doug, what up? We're partying tonight.
Oh man, that is the greatest voice. That's the greatest voice. That's my
How
favorite
you doing,
voice
Wanger?
ever.
Here, I'll put my hat on too.
It's Matt Wanger.
Are we feeding back on my end?
It's just a little echoey. No
What are you
feedback,
up
though.
to, buddy?
You're good, brother.
What it do? I needed to turn my live stream off. That's my bad.
What's
What
up?
up? It's, I haven't done this in a minute. Let's adjust my camera a little bit.
How you been, Wanger? It's been 4 years since I talked to
Yeah,
you.
I haven't heard from you in a while.
Me and Mike have been chatting a little bit on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should come hang out with us, Doug.
Yeah, I'm not a Discord guy. Too creepy.
Doug
It's
has
like,
a Discord and he never goes to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have my own Discord full of people and I don't go to it because I don't want
It's
everybody
okay.
to-
Me and Mike aren't in any of those like pedo ones. So it's not like that.
I always feel like something's like I'm picking up a virus when I go to Discord. It always feels
I'm going
like
to go to
everyone's-
your Discord, Doug, and tell people you're here. Because there's still people there.
Yeah, there
And
are.
still,
Yeah, they're good
they
people.
still talk like you'll show up eventually.
Well, I have to figure out how to use Discord again, which I don't even know how to get in there. I did find the password the other day.
Baby steps.
Luddites. A lot of you. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I got to take this call real quick. Doug, take
Yeah.
over the show.
You're
Okay.
in charge.
Matt Wanger.
What's that, Doug Apple? I love you, Doug.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
So what? So you go on Discord, and then what's the big deal? What's everyone talking about now?
Yeah, we just chat, you know. It's a chat app. Just hang out and talk.
I've been on it, but it's not easy to use. Blankenship, do you use Discord?
Man, not really. I hate any kind of change or anything new. I used it for a little while, and this sounds horrible. I do graphic art, by the way. But I was just messing with some stupid AI art program that you had to use Discord through. And, you know, of course, you're testing stupid stuff. You're like, do the crucifixion and claymation. And some of the stuff it threw out was like pretty entertaining looking. Only it gives people like, you know, enough fingers that you know that they're inbred.
Right. Like the way they all sound like Wanger.
Yeah.
Wanger, but does your Discord still have like 5,000 people sending bots in and trying to get access to stuff to, You know what I mean? To take over your whole server, all that.
My actual Discord is totally dead. The one that I talk to Mike on is Wiggle's server.
Oh, I know what that is. Hey, I got one of those too. Okay, he's unboxing. I'm not gonna ruin it. I know what that is.
What did you?
It's a drum roll.
It's probably not stick a knife in there. There's a book in here. But the stupid tab, they taped over the thing, so I can't. Okay.
Somewhere in
There
the
we
distance, Eric July is cheering.
Ah.
Here we go. Okay, yeah. From the logo.
Oh, Ripple.
Hey.
Hey, look at that.
I know what it is. We were talking and he thought it was showing up. Okay.
Crippaverse.
Horseman. Dun, dun, dun.
That's awesome.
You're gonna have to show us some of those infamous hands.
That's so stupid, dude. Freaking
I thought it was a really nice read. I read it. I thought that it was a solid story.
I like Chuck's freaking writing, man. He's good. So.
Oh, is that Chuck Dixon?
Yeah, Chuck Dixon, bro.
Yeah, he's a good writer. He's rock solid.
Chuck Dixon.
Hey, that's a good looking cover.
Yeah, I mean it's a good looking book. It's Joe Bennett, so this is like this is legit. As high quality as anything you're ever going to get from Marvel and DC.
And so, who was giving him flack? Was that Masterson and Ricada and CG?
Yep, the typical retards.
Well, I'm a friend of Ricada's, but I would never encourage anyone to tear out.
I don't know if Ricada said anything, but Dick Masterson was going after. It's like, dude, this is like an 100 page book, and he's picking out one little thing and just focusing on it with a laser beam and a microscope.
Yeah. Well,
this goes back on picking a side. Being on a side is you're on team red, team blue, team black, team white, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being offended and looking to be offended. You know, it's like I've got to find something wrong with this book. You know, I'm reading it like a normal person, and they're like looking for flaws in the art. What in this is done wrong? But
I also think if any. Look, I've told Mike this before. I don't respect what Rippaverse is doing. I'm happy that he's doing it because I believe in indie everything, but I'm not a supporter at all. But if any of the opponents of this guy walked past this comic in a store, it would not stick out as bad or wrong. I don't know why they all rant on it. But I know for a fact, and I'm going to put down this right now online, I know for a fact that Dick Masterson does not care.
No, he doesn't.
There's no way in hell someone can care that much about whether Frippen used AI or what artist or who did what or when. There's no way anyone can care. So if anyone starts screaming about it, I know they're not being legit. I know it.
Well, it's weird to care that much, you know, and I think that it's odd.
They don't care that much.
There's things that I don't like, but I don't wake up thinking, man, you know, I really hate horseradish. You know, I mean, go through the store talking about the stuff that I don't like. I go and I pick the things that I do like. And I mean, there's great indie comics by a lot of different people. I like Von Claus's Terror in the Trenches. I think that it's great. I like Razor Fist. What is it? Ghost of the Badlands. Fantastic. I wish that the artist would have stuck around for a sequel. He's the reason why I got it, because it's like, you know, he does such a nice job, and it just, you know, it looked sharp. I enjoyed it.
I don't understand that whole thing. I'm not going to complain about it, but I just don't understand the whole thing.
He wanted more money, and I don't know, but I mean, I see that he makes a lot of like webcomic stuff, and it's like, are you making money off of that? And if so, like millions.
All right, you're just gonna get me into this because they closed the campaign.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you closing the campaign? Like, oh, we only wanted a limited time to. I'm like, dude, you could have made $1 million+ on that thing if you'd have left it open until you started fulfilling, and then you're gonna say, it didn't make enough money for me to. What? This was your choice. What are you doing?
I'm still excited.
I can't afford to do it. Go ahead, Buddy Rabbit. I'm sorry, I walked on you.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm still sorry. I'm just I'm upset that I've been able to keep up with everything. There's only so much I can pay attention to during a day. So,
Do you have a
the last
girlfriend?
one, no.
Then
Boyfriend?
it is a sin. If you had a
You want me
girlfriend, I
to be
would.
your
If I had
girlfriend?
if I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't been able to buy the Dracula book. So
Well, trust me, if you have a girlfriend, don't buy the comic, son. It's time to move on. You've gone through puberty.
I don't got time for that either.
Doug is the worst creator and seller of the stuff he creates because he like creates stuff and then he says, "You're a child if you buy this."
That's right. That's right. You know, you've heard like it's Joan Jett, I hate myself for loving you.
That's fair.
Fair
Or,
enough.
you know,
Wayne,
you
are you
just-
working on anything?
Who, me? Who?
Wanger.
Wanger, what are you working on?
I've been making these animated cartoons, so they're doing
really?
pretty good on YouTube.
Oh shoot.
I want to see
got a
those.
link?
That interests me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you a link for one that I think you guys will like. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Wait,
I didn't
I'll look it up
hear
on
first.
YouTube. What's your how come everyone else in the world gets to go on YouTube but me? I get kicked off every freaking
I just saw an awesome animation tonight. I've been hearing how good it was. A Night of the Animated Dead. So it's Night of the Living Dead. They really do a lot to honor it. There's a whole lot more like blood, like when they shoot them, they just blow their face plumb off.
Yeah.
But it was nice. The lines were like line for line and everything.
Oh wow. I like the
Brothers.
indies, man. Matt, what's your stuff? What's it called? What's your YouTube channel?
There, I just see it in the private chat.
I know, but you can tell me.
It's
Unless it's a bad
Warped
word.
Winger. That's my YouTube.
All right, hold on. Let me
Oh, look at that. It's got a bear. Okay, I already like it.
Yeah, I think you guys will like this one. I think that it'll seem familiar.
Okay, how are
Oh,
you
wait.
how
Oh,
are you
look,
making
look.
this?
Doug, look at Squid Grow. Look at it go.
Wait, are we doing Squid Grow now? Let me look.
No, I was just gonna that window was
okay.
open, so
Well, wait, let me check my squid. I own Squid Grow. Let me check.
but did you see it? I know, dude, it hit 40 million market cap. Which
Oh
is
yeah, we're
more
going
than-
up. We're 10%
We're-
up today.
we're cooking, bro.
Hey, you guys
That's
know
really
that
good.
it's Kiss's birthday in the chat, Kiss?
Oh wait, shoot, stop. I think I didn't do the audio. There's no swearing, right?
No.
All right. Is
Not
it,
in this one. There is some in the other ones.
wait, is this a gag, the birthday thing?
It's his birthday
That's a
today.
gag. That's a gag, yeah. It's his birthday every day. Happy birthday, KSS.
I'm subbing to that to Wanger's channel. I like homemade animation. If it's too dirty, I'll turn it. But if it's good, I'm in. There you are, Wanger. Oh, I like that. Dude. I can't hear it.
I can't either.
Yeah, there's no sound.
Oh, okay. Well, it's very good. Wanger, did you ever watch John Chris Felucci's Boo Boo Runs Wild?
I haven't seen that. You're talking about the Ren and Stimpy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you guys didn't get
Hanna-Barbera
along.
let him do his version
Is
of
that-
Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Look up Boo Boo Runs Wild by John Kay.
What the hell?
I see the green tie and I see all the background stuff. You'll enjoy it.
I already know by the sound of this.
Put the microphone up to your screen, Mike.
Yeah, we're not getting any audio here.
Oh,
Put
really?
your microphone up to the
No.
screen. Yeah.
No audio.
Oh gosh. But I shared the
It's either in your computer settings or in streaming. I do this all the time too. I can't get sound to work on freaking StreamYard because it doesn't know what I think.
I was like, why is Doug talking over this?
Yeah.
This is 5 minutes long, Winger. I can't play this whole thing.
I know, but just look at it. I like the little.
All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Sustenance that I crave.
Wait, he already eat.
Sustenance.
I can hear that.
Yes, the inmates now run the asylum.
You can hear
Thank you
that.
for coming here to my meeting, my
Yeah,
friend.
we can hear it.
I've called you here to explain. The authority of the park ranger has fallen to me. As you can see, I have the park ranger's hat, proving that the power is mine. With that power, my decree is this. The purpose of Big Ridge State Park will be forever this. We will restore the glory of Rome. Now bow before your Caesar, or you will face infinite wrath. Like Hail Caesar, man. Like I'm totally capitulating, man. Like Hail Caesar, man. What say you, Fox? I think that you're fat and you're dumb and you have man titties. I feast upon the fox. Yo, all who do not bow before Caesar will face this fate. Owl, tell me, what will you do? Can you give me some time to think about it? Why don't you ask Sasquatch first? Well, you see, Sasquatch is a low cow. You understand. I've tried to help him, I really have. But he just can't take constructive criticism. Freaks out. He spugs. If you would just check on his Kiwi Farm thread, you would see he would laugh at what a cow he is. I think you're not going to say anything to him because he's bigger than you. Turtle, do you hear that? Criticism of your Caesar. Sweep, my jack. Sweep him, my capo.
It's Shakespearean. It's the Canterbury Tales. It's the modern Canterbury Tales.
My picnic baskets.
Caesar.
Thrive. Gaze upon my works, ye mighty, and tremble. Yeah, that's a lot of picnic baskets, man. Like, think that I could have some. Yes. You shall feast upon the crumbs that fall from my table. But you must earn.
That's biblical.
Earn my crumbs of Caesar.
This means so much more to some of us than others.
It's so good, Matt. It's so good.
That many picnic baskets to go around.
Yes.
Stabbed in the back by Turtle. My best capo. Why would you do this? I'm just like hungry, man. You know, like I'm dying over here. All my picnic baskets are empty. Bring me more. I'm telling you, there are no more. Like, people aren't coming here anymore. You're just gonna steal their food. Do you criticize Caesar? Ugh, I've been backstabbed by everyone. Tell you this. I used to be someone, somebody. They looked up to me. They say, Bear, you're so strong. You're so great.
Oh, shit.
Nobody now. Washed up. Oh, yes. My legacy could have been something incredible.
It's like a little bit of Marlon Brando, a little bit of EVS.
I got greedy. I wanted so much more. And I've destroyed myself and everyone around me.
This is Shakespeare.
Smoke some crack. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, buddy. Bear was on top of the world, and look at him now. He's smoking crack with the turtle. Whoa, buddy! Retard alert! Retard alert! Ding, 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 ding. He's felted, right? Felted alert!
How can that not have more views? YouTube sucks that doesn't have more views. That's insane.
I'm going to watch that several times tonight.
It just needs to be promoted. You just need promotion.
That is
insane.
It's
getting pretty good in the algorithm. The problem is that I haven't really done anything with my YouTube in years, so I have to build it up again.
All right, everybody, please. I'm putting it in the chat. Please bookmark that.
What did you animate that in? Did you give Glenn Keane any pointers, Matt?
I was using Clip Studio,
It's good. Oh, it's
Dang.
and I
funny.
used Audacity to record the voiceovers.
Yeah.
I was half expecting the turtle to just start quoting Antony.
I really like I like how Shakespearean it went. I think
It
it's
was,
really well
yeah.
done. I
There
love
was something
indie.
so real about it too.
Well, forget that. I'm not even saying the commentary. I'm just saying the indie spirit is like, it reminds me of South Park. You know, it's like bottom of the barrel fun, and it's better to make than not to make.
Oh,
I've always said
whoops.
that.
Wrong
It's
link.
wonderful.
Did you see the thing with the Panderverse with South Park?
Sorry, wrong link, guys. Here's the right one.
Did you see the Panderverse with South Park?
I saw
No.
that was a good one whenever that they got rebooted with that Women of Color.
Yeah. They said, we don't think this is the same Kathleen Kennedy. We've pandered so hard. We've opened up a doorway to the Panderverse. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen the clips. Is
Yeah.
that the one make them all lame and gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never
Did you
watched
see my Burkle and
actual
Spay
episode.
cartoon? Did you ever see that?
Who are you asking?
Everybody.
Of course, I've seen them.
Okay. Good man.
I had people show me South Park clips at work while I'm trying to do my job. It's like, hey, man, you got to see this.
Hey,
Wanger,
Doug,
did you see
get
Burkle and
Nerdish
Spay?
on here.
Tell me about it, Doug.
He would,
I don't
Nurkish
know.
would probably die if he came on here.
Why?
Just because he hates, I think this is what he probably hates him more than everything. It was a cartoon I did with Nurkish and Sven Stoffels. We did a little cartoon called Burkle and Spay. And man, we made here.
Yeah, how many did you do?
Yeah, let me share this real quick. I don't know
got
if
the
I can even
playlist here.
Yeah, there you go. Get that.
Yeah, I didn't know you did anything like that with Nurkish.
Yeah, you'll like it. We did man, like a ton of episodes too.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
there?
there.
Yeah, you did 31.
Don't do that.
episodes.
Let me play the I'll
one you
find
want?
you a good one.
I got all of them right here in the playlist.
Do Sonic the Hedgehog goes to jail. That one's terrible. It's so good.
Sonic the Hedgehog goes to jail.
Yeah.
No way. Yuki Naki, sole creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, is going to prison for insider trading.
Let's break that mother scratcher out of the clink, the can, the gulag.
Yeah, and after that, we break him out of prison.
I'll just text Elon and tell him we need a plane to Japan ready in 20 minutes. Okay, right now, get the parachutes ready. We're right over the prison in Japan, right now.
Right, let's parachute right down, right now.
That was a lot of work.
I can't believe we parachuted right past those armed guards into this prison in Japan.
Look, it's Yugi Naka's cell.
And he has Sonic, the world's worst designed character, in there with him. Serves him right.
Burkle and Spay, what you do here?
Yeah, you're not rich and popular like me. Why would you well-designed peasants come save a washed-up bland piece of cardboard like me?
Actually, we didn't come for you. We came for Yuji.
Yeah, we made millions on his insider trading tips, so figured we owed him a jailbreak.
But you'll still save me, right?
Though you're a thin, cardboard, forgettable character, yes.
Hey!
It got Sonichu.
You for coming, Burkle and Spray.
No one can blame you for being a felon, Yuki Naji.
But everyone can blame you for Sonic.
Dang, that's cold.
I created a lot of characters besides Sonic's son.
Yeah, and none of them have any real conflict, backstory, or proper three-fingered cartoon hands. Betty bad.
Yeah, even your most famous character, Sonic, is just Mickey Mouse with spiked blue hair like a Starbucks barista.
One pierced tongue and an Adderall prescription away from being another statistic.
You cut me deep, man.
Well, sorry, gato.
Me so sorry. Me sorry long time.
You don't understand, Spay. I created you too.
No, that's That's crazy talk. You lied. It's not true.
Search yourself and know it's true.
I just did a quick search of myself, and I think he's telling the truth.
You mean
Your creator stinks and is a felon.
Never meet your hero.
Okay.
There.
I feel like I've seen those characters before. Have you been using them for a long time?
Yeah, I've been drawing them for a while, and I finally Sven and Nurkish and I go, let's try a cartoon on YouTube and see if we can get the algorithm to pump, and we couldn't. We're like, screw that.
That was awesome.
After about 20 episodes.
30, dude.
Yeah, 30. So it's called Dogcat. We ended up using a different name, DAWGCAT. Dogcat's the channel.
I'll put it in the wait, how do I do this?
Yeah, put it in there. Show notes.
Copy. All right. If anybody wants to check all those out, they're like 2 minutes, 3 minutes each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go save it.
Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 to 2 minutes.
I had Rusty Cage do a voice, and we did Justin Wang did a voice, but we didn't animate. We never got to that one. And Tobias Tobuscus did a voice. What's that?
Which one's the Rusty Cage one? Wow, I missed a bunch of these.
Yeah, they're under Rusty Crow.
Some fan you are, Mike.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Sell out. You're not my friend. Right there, that one, 2 down. No. Oh, that's a good one too.
Which one?
Play that one. 2 down from there, from the bottom. Go down to the bottom. Next one down. That one. No, up. Up. One more. There. That's got Rusty Cage. No, the next one down.
Oh gosh, dang it, Doug.
What's wrong with you?
There you are. You know you clogged the toilet.
Why you got to come out all accusey all the time?
It was either you or me, and it wasn't me.
That's
Hey, Spay, check out my new Joy-Con. It looks like it's
That's
made
not
out of gold.
Oh wow, that's so cool. I wonder what is the best toppings to put on a pizza.
Spay, over here.
Huh? Oh yeah, that Joy-Con is really cool.
I'm thinking of getting a display case for it.
Yeah. So we could put lights on it, and I wonder who has a better suspension, Ford or Chevy.
That does it. Hold still.
What are you doing back there, buddy?
Just a second. Now you should be able to not drift away when I'm talking.
Thank you, Burkle. I can't turn away now. I'm incapable of mental drift. No way.
Nurkish put cardboard in your brain.
Yeah. You put a chip in it. It's a gag based on redoing your Switch controller. It's so obscure.
I got one of the launch models, so I feel that pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you get the point.
Yeah,
I gotta jump. I gotta work on a video, guys. Look at that. See, you gotta switch controllers right there. You'll like that one on drift.
Oh, he gets it.
The concept is cool, but they never worked the way they were supposed to. But yeah, I definitely understand where you're going.
I agree. We got one. My kids like the Switch. I hate everything.
I want to take a shot with you, Doug. I want to get me some whiskey.
My brother, right here. Get your
your
libations going.
Get his whiskey.
Some water.
That's moonshine. That's not whiskey.
Is that moonshine? Or is that water? That's internet.
I've got this lapel mic, so I can talk to you anywhere I'm at.
Okay, is that moonshine?
It's high tech.
They have that down here in Tennessee.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
No, I mean, I don't just mean like the real stuff, which is all like illegal, but they've got the other stuff because the government really doesn't care as long as they can tax it.
That's right.
rocket fuel.
They named it after Popcorn Sutton after everything they put him through.
Yeah.
All right,
brother.
All I got.
My animator people.
Salute.
I'm lifting my drink.
I trust you, though you're off camera.
I'll make a Slurpee noise so you know I'm being honest.
Why don't you show yourself? Are you a dignitary's son?
No, I'm not a liar. No, I just don't have a camera.
I just don't know. You don't have a camera? Do you live in the Kmart dumpster?
No, I live in the Walmart dumpster.
Okay, good man. All right, I gotta jump. I gotta go make a video. God bless you
All right,
guys.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you again, Wanger, Blankenship, Bunny Guy, Mike.
Those cartoons are awesome.
Talk
I'm gonna
about Mike.
watch them and share them obsessively.
Oh, you're gonna love them, man. They're good
Thank you,
stuff.
thank you.
See you, Mike. Thank you for having me on, even though you're Asian.
Sayonara. Maybe I haven't been around long enough, but I did not expect Earthworm Jim's Doug Tenable to be here. Yeah, Doug's a good friend. Been friends with him for I don't even remember how long. And
Even though he's Asian.
even though he's Asian. Damn.
Did he
Asians.
do Armacrog too? Was he
Yep.
involved in that? Man, see,
Yep,
I
that was
I
awesome.
loved that. I mean, just fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Neverhood. I mean, yeah.
Yep, he did that, and he did a NFT collection called Eternal Clay last cycle. So we'll see if anything happens to that next time the NFT season comes around.
Was Clayman ever in Clay Fighter?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
All right, no. Here I'm gonna drop the link again. Anybody else wants to jump in and say hi? I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this, but
Hi.
that's it.
I probably could have said that in a more masculine and straight way, but I didn't. So that's just on the internet forever now.
You want to be on the show, Jiminy? Yeah, Jiminy, get in here. What are you doing?
Yeah, we need a conscience.
Jiminy, cricket conscious. Wow, Buddy Rabbit, are you transitioning?
No, it was just topical because of the whole the Ziegler news recently. So I got a rabbit for every occasion.
Topics. What Ziegler news?
Oh, it just what was it the other day? It was her apology. What was that, Monday?
Oh, that.
A quote unquote apology that she clearly didn't write.
Actually. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
I think so. So here's something.
I'm busy arguing with you in Discord. Pay attention to that.
I know. This was one of the things I was thinking about doing. And I'm sure this is old news to some people, but I was like, I've just been kind of ignoring this with the Kay Vess character for Star Wars, but people keep asking me to do a redesign of this character. And I was like, oh, I wonder what her actual actress looks like, because this looks like
she's
Frankenstein
pretty
monster. This is the actress.
Yeah, she's pretty.
What? And
you want to see something really
like
surreal?
Latino. I think she's Latino. So you have a beautiful Latino actress, and you turn her into white Frankenstein lady.
Yeah, you would think
really
looking at that, the person was actually a transsexual.
I said Frankenstein to be nice.
Oh, well,
that doesn't look like a biological female.
No.
There are certain shots of her talking to other NPCs that she just straight up looks like Stallone.
That's not good.
Well, look, I got a pretty strong chin, but I can't compete with that.
Right. And I mean, why wouldn't you just model her after this? Like, legitimately.
Mike, because that would mean she's pretty.
Hello. Can we just, model her after? Why? Why even? I don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore.
Did you like the way that Sophia Falcone's character was portrayed in The Penguin? Did you watch the series?
Yeah, but I never read. I wasn't a big Batman fan, so I wasn't aware until I saw some things that's totally not her character in the books. But she was a great character for the show. Paul Lemus. Hello.
It's me, Paul Lemus.
Hello, Paul Lemus.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Just had leftovers from Thanksgiving. Pretty full.
I think everyone has had leftovers from Thanksgiving today. Mm. Oh yeah, how was everybody's Thanksgiving?
It's nice.
You guys do anything?
I slept through it. Someone had to bring me the food, so
You got carried on a gurney.
well, we usually have it over at my uncle's, and I slept all day. So
Cadillac Jack says smoked turkey. You know what? I didn't get to smoke a turkey this year, but I did.
I did
get
too.
to slightly overcook mine because it cooked faster than it was supposed to, and then my son was like 2 hours late to get here, so it cooked a little.
Oh, so you can just blame him.
Yeah.
Parental prerogative. Yeah.
Old Dirty Patty said, God bless you, Mike. Keep doing the good work. I will try as much as I can. JP Jam says, yeah, I've come to expect that all the face models look better than the in-game models. It's a common trend for some reason.
Oh, it's not some reason. We know the reason.
Yeah. It's just hard for a logical, rational mind to comprehend that anyone could actually adopt to that reason.
Well, see, your problem is you're starting from the assumption of reasonability. You need to stop doing that.
Okay.
Then it starts making sense.
Right. Right. All right. Cadillac Jack says, I smoked mine. It was the first time I actually used a smoker. Yeah, I smoked one last year. And then, I know, now we're talking about Thanksgiving. I smoked a turkey last year. And then my, I guess my son liked the regular roasted turkey better. And so I didn't bother. Last year I did 2 turkeys, baked and smoked. And so we bought a freaking 28-pound turkey, and it was just going to be too much. So I didn't bother smoking one. I know. Thrilling.
Well, how exciting are those conversations? What did you do for Thanksgiving? I cooked a turkey and we ate it.
And then we fell asleep. No, but look, man, it was a day to not be on the internet dealing with stupid gay drama stuff all day, right? Family. It's family time.
You didn't even call me out like that, Mike. Jeez.
Yeah, keep the drama at home.
Now, my son won't be around until Christmas. He is in the United States Navy. He's going through, a school down in San Antonio, Texas, and he was on call, and he said that a girl that's a friend of his down there was going to take him out for a Mexican Thanksgiving the next day. I don't know what that food entails, but yeah. She also told him he had pretty eyes.
What is the Mexican Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is what she said, and he bought it.
All right. Thank you, David Brohawk Williams says, congrats on 12K subs. Bro, stay blessed. You too, brother.
I got that man shirt.
That was David Williams.
So, what part of Tennessee are you in, did you say? I missed it when I was coming in.
Old school. I live in Kingston. It's right by Knoxville. Roane County, Roane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am right outside of Knoxville myself.
Awesome.
Do you know Maynardville?
Totally. My sister used to live there.
That's where I'm at.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll probably be in the same FEMA camp someday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Should get used to each other.
Yeah. What comic shops do you go to?
There really isn't anything in Maynardville. I used to have this place that was next to my work called Krypton, but it went out of business. So I haven't really been to a comic shop in a while. Of course, they're not making anything mainstream that I want to read anyway.
Have you not read Batman First Night? It was 3 issues. They were fantastic. I loved it. I like things set in the 40s anyway. I prefer all the antiquated type stuff. I liked Wesley Dodd's Sandman too.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm totally out of the loop when it comes to anything like that.
If I like the way it looks, it's just like I pick it up. If I think I'll enjoy it, I read it. And if I decide that I don't, then I stop reading it.
Yeah.
Comics.
They're doing a sequel to Hush. I can't.
Let me ask you guys what I want to know what you guys think about Elon Musk playing with the idea of buying Hasbro. Did you guys see that?
So
I did. I hope he makes it better if he does. I mean,
it
can't get worse, right?
How could you not? I just think it's such a great man, because for me it's like my whole channel thing is that culture is downstream from media, right? Like what's his face? Breitbart used to say that politics is downstream
is
from culture.
downstream of culture.
Right. But you got to get to the culture first. And so that's the media, culture is downstream from media, et cetera, et cetera. And if you've got Elon, who it's great, he's got the public platform, he's got Twitter, and he's made everything so people have free speech. That's fantastic. Now we need some actual entertainment stuff. And dude, Hasbro owns G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony. Oh my gosh, what is it? He's Mask. They own a pretty decent D&D, right? Which would include Dragonlance and freaking. Do they own Wizards of the Coast too?
That
Are you
I
talking
don't
about
know.
just like the toys or the comic book licensing
Hasbro.
or all
I'm talking
that?
about Hasbro that owns all of these intellectual properties.
Okay, like the whole shebang, everything.
The whole freaking shebang. They don't own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nickelodeon owns Ninja Turtles.
That's what I was thinking.
Wizards of the Coast is part of Hasbro. See that too.
They picked that
And
up
if
in I
he
think
could
'99.
If he could do to Hasbro what he did to Twitter, dude, we could have this intellectual property freaking segment of the culture that he could actually do freaking get back to doing good stuff without like gay transformers and crap, right?
What did you think about
How do you have a gay transformer? This is my question.
Those are robosexuals, right? Or Romos. Oh.
No
so
robo.
IDW had
Either
those
have
properties.
plugs or
What do
they
you
have
think about?
outlets. There's not a hard decision here.
What do you think about what IDW is trying to do to like compensate for the fact that they've lost these licensing things by having kind of sort of Christian religious things, which you know, it's who's going to write it stuff.
Who's going to write it?
Yeah.
Are they hiring actual Christian people? And
Well, I mean that's a fearsome thing. So like for example, like
Penthouse did the Bible.
I did not know this.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's like the absolute Batman thing. People said about absolute Batman. They said, "Man, I'm so worried about that." It's like, well, Scott Snyder's writing it. You know, I think you can give him a little vote of confidence. If you look at who's working on it, you can kind of assume whether it's might be good or might not, and that's kind of the fearsome thing. Right.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hire Chuck Dixon to write their Christian content.
I don't think Eric would give him up.
Well, he's probably not under exclusive.
No, I don't think he is either.
Penthouse did the Bible. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the Book of Genesis, so everybody was naked, or it was yeah. Well, not everybody.
Was this Penthouse
Garden of Eden? Garden of Eden stuff was I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Was this Penthouse Comics?
Just the articles, right, Mike?
No, I never read the articles actually. Was it Penthouse Comics?
Yeah, I
think so. Right? Yeah. I'm not going to look it up. Ben, are you looking it up?
You know, I'm looking it up. I'm trying to Google it right now. I was just curious what that thing is.
Oh, did Bisley do a Bible? Metal Movies and Brewski said I need to get Bisley's The Bible. But no, I don't know about IDW. I know they freaking screwed the pooch just making everything so woke that they couldn't sell some of the hottest. Do you remember when Transformers came out when Pat Lee got the rights to do Transformers and it was like out of the blue, it was like the biggest hit comic book, like.
Oh yeah, I remember reading some of that.
Hey, I see it. The Bible Eden. It's on Amazon. You can buy it. A paperback is $12.99. Hardcover $7.99. Yeah, it was written by Keith Giffen, author David Elliott, and artist Scott Hampton.
Huh.
Do you know any
Well,
of those people?
Yeah, Keith Giffens. He did Lobo
Legend.
and he did Trencher, and he was I mean, when he did, I think he did story for Freak Force, which I inked back in the day. I can't remember if he
Yeah.
wrote the whole thing or just did the story. But yeah,
He's been around a while.
He's been around. John Mintz says, I'd buy that for $1. No, but I think that'd be, man, if you could get Elon Musk and I don't know, just a lot of these like crypto guys. When we have this, hello, Jerkmonger, how you doing?
What's up?
I was just talking about Hasbro being toyed with being bought by Elon, and how awesome would that be?
Oh man, that'd be pretty good.
Oh, you know what that means? He would get Nerf. We
Nerf?
we could get space. Yeah, Nerf. Like Nerf guns.
Oh, dude, if he got Nerf, then he could do modded Matt Costin's book.
Yeah, he could.
Right? Because they mod the guns. Elliot, no.
Yep.
I'm talking about.
That's what they say. That's what the kids say.
Is that what they say? I think I'm cresting that threshold. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah, me neither. Well, congrats, man. Are we there?
We are there. Yeah, I was there over. I got there on Thanksgiving. I wasn't going to live stream on Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, it made
yes,
me feel
Matthew,
like a jerk for. It made me feel like a jerk for going so long in your Discord. Like, oh, by the way, I got 12,000. Oh, sorry to rain on your parade.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Buddy Rabbit sounds like Jeff right now.
I'm going to take that as a compliment, even if it's not.
I didn't hear you.
No,
that's why I'd say, what did you say? I've got stuff going on in my background.
When Jeff, sometimes Mike says stuff to Jeff and he says, what? And then he says almost the exact same cadence you just gave. Like, oh, never mind.
Something the moment's gone. That's
yeah.
The comedic timing is over. We've moved on.
There's no more comedic timing here. Sorry.
So this is no longer a celebration then?
I'm celebrating. I'm not drinking.
My bad.
I'll drink later.
The holiday weekend.
Wenger's drinking
What
for me.
Race? Matthew Race is saying hi to me in the chat.
Oh, is that Matt Wenger? It is. When's the last time you saw Wenger, Elliot?
Oh, I remember Wenger. Yeah, how you doing, man?
What up, jerk?
Yeah, man. That's an acceptable
word.
Yeah.
I think honestly, the last time I talked to you, Wenger, was when we were on with. Oh no. Yeah, when you were trying to convince me to come back to Confiscate.
Well, yeah, you know what? I think that's why Ethan wanted rid of me, is because I would talk to people like you that he hates and Preston. I would talk to people that had been pushed out like they were humans. And that's really when he turned against me, is when I was doing that.
Well, yeah. Why would you talk to us like we're human? Come on. Matthew, you also missed the greatest Yogi Bear cartoon ever. That was funny. I don't know if I should play it again, but Wenger made a cartoon.
I did subscribe because that was really good.
Matthew says, hello. I was just thinking about you the other day, Wenger, watching that CG documentary by Elasmat.
Oh, did he include me in that? I haven't watched it.
Yeah. I didn't memorize it, but I do remember something along those lines. Anyways,
you just memorize stuff you watch?
No, I mean, I don't remember every moment of the thing. Sorry for being hyperbolic, buddy. Now you want me to be.
Oh, listen, we don't do hyperbole here, all right? There are no jokes. This is a no fun zone.
All right, see you guys later then.
All right, bye. What are you doing, Elliot? You look like you're working on.
Oh, he literally
he really left.
Perfect punchline.
I'm just doodling, man. I was taking care of some stuff here at the home, and then I said, I'll just draw.
Yeah.
I'll draw some silly stuff. Yeah.
Do a big
They're little
marquee of
anime
12,000.
characters. Oh, I could. Well, but he just told me he had it yesterday. It wasn't even like a. It's like a post celebration.
Well,
it could be an after party.
Yeah, there you go. It's an after party.
Do you guys follow the action figure side of Hasbro? I do. I
haven't in a long time. No.
I'm a big.
What do you think would happen, Elliot?
About what?
Like,
if he took over? I don't. From what I read the articles after you told me. I get the impression that he's mostly interested in addressing Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
I don't think
but
he's actually.
That's because he's
in
a D&D nerd. I think if he actually got to the party and he saw other stuff that Hasbro owned, he might be like, oh wow, Transformers. That's just right up my alley. Right?
I could see him getting involved with other stuff, but I mean, everything else seems to be working well enough. It's the oh, there you go. All right, 18.
Yeah. We can have a 12,018 subscriber party. Let's go.
Hey.
Someone needs a soundboard of an applause.
Awesome. Hey, Mike, congratulations again. I'm going to have to hop off of here. I appreciate y'all. Everybody have a great night.
Thanks, buddy.
Sue.
Yep, take it easy.
Here's the applause for my 2018.
Nice. Not thrilling, but nice. We will restore the glory of Rome.
Hold on a second.
Young Kenobi Custom says, what do you think if Elon got in charge of Hasbro? Would that improve the distribution quality issues? I would imagine he would try to improve that, but I think
my wife
part of the problem with the Hasbro, I think, is that they have I think COVID really messed everything up more than people thought. It really beat up how they distributed their stuff. Plus, it ruined. We lost Toys R Us, so they don't have a proper toy store for distribution purposes. They do in Canada, but they don't have it here, and so they're still trying to fit, their toy lines, and then they're competing with their retailers like Walmart and Target by having their own site for it. So they seem to be better now. But I know that, which is fine because I don't have the money for it. But when they do come out around here, it's almost it never comes out consistently. I never see them at the stores. But then also you have a market that they've created. This whole thing where people are the same collectors are the scalpers are buying up all the stuff and then trying to resell it. And so it's
what is the toy market? I haven't even really thought about that since all the Toys R Us's and the KBs and all those just kind of went up in smoke because of Amazon. What is the toy market like? Is it? I mean, people are still buying toys, right?
Well, the problem is the what I think is happening is that the adult collectors have monopolized the sector.
It's the same thing they did to comics.
Yeah, so kids aren't really buying or playing with toys like they used to. They still do really well at the preschool age toys. That's still doing well, but they can't seem to get their act together on what they've been offering to adults and then to new customers. They won't grow their customers. So it's another problem. Like they don't know how to. And then when they do stuff for kids, they do stuff for little kids, not doing it for the way it was when we were growing up. Like in comic books, they were written above our heads and we had to age up to it. But today they make these toys for either they're too young for the kids that would be interested, or that would make new customers going forward. So there's a gap right now. So that
I think this is the point right here. iPads are more fun than action figures. I mean, we had toys and we had we had Mario Brothers, right? Atari 2600. So
when I was a kid, we had a hoop and a stick.
We had long darts in my day.
I couldn't even afford the hoop.
We would just kick a can down the road.
We just called it stick. We'd beat our friend Bob with it. Throw rocks at the beehive.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can see what you mean. Because there's like a gap. But as an adult, it's like if I wanted something that sort of, coalesced my imagination in new physical form, I'd rather have a statue, a figure, than a, action figure.
Well, the other problem also is that when because of the regulations and stuff, we don't have cartoons selling toys.
Right.
Now what the expectation was with Hasbro with their deal with Lucasfilm, they expected the toys to advertise the movies.
What?
So yeah, that's why they pay them like a giant percentage just to make their toys. They have to pay Lucasfilm to make their toy. So that's why Hasbro owns G.I. Joe and Transformers. That's their property, among other things, including Nerf and other stuff. And then Mattel owns He-Man. So that's their product. But if they try to do anything else, I'm not sure what the deal was with Ninja Turtles, but they got in bed with Playmates, I guess, or whoever owns, I guess Nickelodeon owns Turtles. So they had to pay, I'm sure, Nickelodeon a license fee for their recently. They just did a line where they mashed up Turtles and He-Man. So obviously they had to pay for that. But for Lucas, it was really expensive. And the whole thing was, the expectation was that's why they were forcing them to make all these terrible Disney shows as action figures. And they've been trying to get away from the classic characters, like, your Luke Skywalkers and your Leias, stuff like that. Vader seems to be evergreen, but anything beyond that, it's not. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's very, very interesting, actually.
Yeah, and it's just adults buying all that stuff, huh? No kids care.
I mean,
I don't know any kids. I know very few kids who care about Star Wars.
Well, and when was the last time you saw like a good quality, fully articulated figure for kids? Everything is a resin sculpture that's posed, standing on a pedestal of something that's like $300. Well, that's like the really nice ones, but like they're like $80 to $130. What kid is going to be able to afford that? And you can't even play with it because the thing's glued to the stand, and you don't want to break it.
Why should any kid like Star Wars? It sucked as long as they've been alive. They don't remember when it was good.
Well, that's the problem. It hasn't been good, which it's not good for Hasbro's toy sales. But when they do sell other stuff, it does well for the classic stuff, not well enough to cover all their business. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, because you seem to know more about the toy angle of this than I do. Do you get the impression that maybe Lego was a predictor of that beforehand?
What do you mean?
Well, because Lego
still sell.
Well, no, that's what I mean, is that they still sell, but the Lego market seemed to shift more and more into it's still an evergreen, but the evergreens are kind of seasoned. They still smell like the Christmas store, kind of. Even the Lego sets are adult price ranges. They're built more for model than they are for play at this point.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There are some really, but the thing is, they have a nice range though, right? So they have the stuff that's like, if I go to the Dollar General here in town in Tampa, they have a section where they sell Legos at the Dollar General. They're a little pricier than the normal other toys at Dollar General, but they're basically the basic set. So they have a tier system where they have the stuff for the lower price tier and then the upper price tier. Like they put out a set that's based on a Picasso painting. You get to build a Picasso painting out of Legos. But to your point, you look at Hasbro. The problem with Hasbro now is that they're still a toy company that's supposed to cater to the mass audience. and they're trying to compete. Their competitors are imports that are costing upwards of $100 or $200 for their figures that are action figures, not even statues. Then there's the statue market. That's a whole other animal. But the action figures there, and people are actually going to buy them buy the more expensive ones because they make better quality stuff. But they're trying to compete with that and get more. So now but they're also not doing enough. So it used to be when Black Series came out, which was the 6-inch Star Wars figures, they came with a bunch of accessories. So in the toy business, plastic matters as far as like where the value add is. You know, if you have more guns, more hands, more heads, and that kind of stuff. But now it's all you'll be lucky if you get a lightsaber with the character that has a lightsaber, or a blaster that comes with a character that uses a blaster. So then now they're also pushing the price point. So when to say G.I. Joe Classified first came out, they were around $15. Now they're at 25, about to breach 30. And so they're trying to push towards that customer, but that's because and then when they had the chance to make new characters, to make new products, new ideas within their assortment, they only did a few, and they just and then the customer only wants what they had in 1982. So that's another problem as well. The customer is not allowing for them to make new stuff. They're not, and they're making it at a price point that the older customers are the only one that can afford to collect that collection. And
everything changes.
Everything changes. And the distribution is only, the retail spots are only online at higher end stores. So you're still paying more money because now you got to pay at least $4 to $6 shipping on every figure you order. So you're still at that higher price point regardless, and you're getting less toy, quote unquote. But they're not even toys anymore, though. To your point, I that's what I think is missing. I actually see, well, I'm not sure how it'll be now that we have, hopefully our economy will build up again. But I actually foresee a time where we'll go back, just like I expect to see the return of the 1980s action movie, the return of the missing in actions, the cheaper action films that are on a better budget. I think you're going to see less articulation but more imagination within modern toys. If they're smart, they'll try to do that. Just like the original O-rings, that's plenty of toy for a kid. You don't need to have 30 points of articulation for a kid's toy. You just need something. They just need to be able to
I remember
walk
when
and
McFarlane toys first came out and you wanted all that articulation and the feet just fell off.
Yeah.
But it's funny how like I was just saying, everything always changes, and we go through these, like you're saying, stuff comes back. But like now I think it's board games and card games and stuff. Those are the things that are like moving more because they're something that can get people playing together away from the computer. But it's like toys, it's that mid-range. Those kids would rather be playing Rainbow Six Siege, than so I don't know if that's even ever gonna, I don't know, man. I mean, toys have been forever, but now it's like, I think we replaced it with digital stuff.
But I also see a different problem too, because you have a minimization of the middle class and an expansion on the lower class. And if their budgets still don't allow to buy an iPad, toys will still be important. It's just
iPads are the dumbest, most expensive tablets. You can get cheap tablets.
You can.
I mean, at schools supply them to kids now.
Sure. But if you wanted to have it and you want to get all the games and everything, it gets expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Pokemon. That's card games. Like card games, board games, stuff like that. That's still cooking. Pokemon had a huge resurgence during COVID. Like my buddy, he has like 11 shops here. He just could not keep those things in stock. He would buy crates of these things.
Pokemon, Magic the Gathering is still doing, but that's the problem. Magic the Gathering, I think, is part of Hasbro as well.
Right. See, that's not a problem if he buys it.
Right. So the thing is, in Transformers, as far as like the comic books, they got a little weird and they got a little more politically woke, which I think actually affected the comic book business. There was probably like a last gasp, let's try it, let's see what happens. That's what it felt like. It wasn't that good. I don't read them, but that's what I've heard. That by and large, they were not well done. But I think so. So your toys, though, they're doing well. And then right now, the guy that did Invincible, what's his name?
Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman, right? He's handling what's called the Energon universe, which is the combining of GI Joe and Transformers, and whatever he's doing is great. That GI Joe book is awesome. So I think as far as the media is concerned, I think it's in decent hands right now. But the toys I think are good to go. They just need to. I think they need to expand, and I think they need to start considering a younger audience if there's any hope of it. Now they just put out a game recently, I think about a month or so ago, or a few weeks ago, which is like an old school, it's like the Ninja Turtles, the co-op game where you side scroller, you beat them up.
Oh yeah.
Free money.
Yeah, there's a GI Joe one now and it's like set in the 80s, so you have to pick up floppy disks and stuff like that throughout the game. It's a little dumb, but they say it's really fun. So if they do stuff like this, that could work out really well and help build some of the lore up. But they need to move past sailors and jeans. I think you need to go more towards a what do you call it? More of a like a Rainbow Six, like a special operations model for their story
Less
ideas in the
people,
toys.
more contemporary.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you want to capture that market at all, I think that's the way to go.
Well, and Elon seems like the kind of guy where if he did get a hold of something that had a big market or a big potential for a market of a physical medium, he's the kind of guy that comes across very tactile. So it's the way that you hear him talk about things, or the way that he raises his kids, or even his sometimes the whole thing that just happened with him playing Diablo 4 and everybody freaked out. The actual engineering side or the science side still requires, and this is something that young boys, we're all men here, young boys learn by doing and through touch. We're very visual animals. We're creatures. We're stimulated more by our ability to pick up, learn, and physically hurt ourselves. I can't tell you how many times I literally ran those Matchbox cars off the racks into my cousin, like giving a big old welts on his leg, literally like Hot Wheels, revving those things all the way back, and then just firing them across the house at my brother directly in the face.
They were weapons in my place too.
yeah, or like even my it's somewhat, I don't know if I still have it, but I've got not Scarlet Spider, but it was like one of those, maybe it was 2077, like articulated figures that I played with my cousin when we were around the same age, my brother. There's a level of developmental assistance beyond just giving kids a bunch of Legos. Those toys teach certain habits. Those toys actually envelop certain characteristics that differentiate. This is the whole thing that happened with Hasbro even 6-7 years ago, where they were like, well, girls' toys can be boys' toys too. When they started trying to market My Little Pony across the gender lines with Friendship is Magic,
well, that was the problem with the bronies. The bronies were the problem.
Yes, I know more than I care to admit. So Elon, if he got a hold of something like that, we could have his robotics team being able to create even better versions of like a self-transforming Unicron would be awesome. Do you imagine them actually having responsive chips, literally scanning each other and speaking to one another? That'd be
they
awesome.
Have that. I've seen that. They've got two robots.
No, they do, but I'm like, imagine a SpaceX budget behind something like that to make the toys even more interactive.
Dude, they would actually.
I mean, we might get a small soldier scenario out of it, but it might be worth it.
Bumblebee.
Small soldiers.
Right? That too. Young Kenobi Customs. I think he has something to say about this. What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, this is like my bread and butter hobby topic. So it was very hard to resist hopping in here. But, I think Jerk was right. Like, there's this big like disconnect between the different ages.
Go on.
Continue. Yes.
Sorry, I had to mute my YouTube on my side because all I could hear was my voice echoing back on me, and I did not like that. But yeah, like especially like Star Wars and stuff. Like you had like the TVC collection, which is like that was what I had growing up. Was like that 3 3/4 inch line with like 17 points of articulation. But every single one of those figures just gets like grabbed off the shelves by adult collectors so quick. And like with Hasbro, they've got like for Star Wars, they've got like 4 or 5 different Star Wars lines they're working on right now, and they can't focus on a single issue, like a single thing. But like their GI Joe line does pretty good because they're only putting themselves in one direction there. The Transformers does okay because they're only doing the single direction there as well. But so like I think that having that a targeted line towards kids is a big deal.
You think Star Wars is just they do all those different directions because they're just so desperate to try to make money back from the failing movies?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, and the failing lines too, because like when they came out, like my bread and butter is like the Black Series collection and stuff. Like when they did like the transition like 2015, they did push like a whole crap load of like sequel series like figures, and you can still today get you can really easily get new in-box figures from that time for like less than $5, just because they couldn't sell them. So they had like 2.5 years of figures that just did not sell, and they pivoted really hard to completely abandoning everything from there. They focused really hard on Mandalorian. They went back to like going to like legacy content and stuff, but I don't think they ever really fully recovered from that. And then I also learned from like kind of speaking with people who design for Hasbro on the side that Star Wars is the most expensive IP that Hasbro works with. Like so like Disney like contracts out the license to Hasbro for Marvel and for Indiana Jones. They used to do Indiana Jones for a second there, and Star Wars. And Star Wars is the one that they pay the highest premium on.
Wow, I bet you if Elon came in, he would kill that contract.
Oh yeah, because they got some beef.
I think they're already trying to get out of that contract if they haven't already gotten out of it. I think it's wrapped up already. I'll tell you what, the other problem they have is that they're not thinking about innovation at all. So what they did was, and this is again a problem because they're catering to the same older customer. They put out 5 POA figures, 5 points of articulation figures, like the original figures, or 3 or 4 points of articulation. I think
that retro line.
It was a retro line. So
yeah, they're still doing it.
It looks like old toys, but what you need to do is appeal to that younger customer with a different sculpt. But of course, it all costs money. Every time you make those new sculptures, there's thousands and thousands of dollars that cost them to produce that. But nevertheless, you're almost doing it the wrong way if you're just going to put out the old stuff again. You're not capturing the imagination of the younger customer at all. And you're missing the opportunity to bring a new variation of the idea. That's why a lot of people are wondering whoever gets it next, what's it going to look like? You're going to end up. A lot of the older collectors are saying, "Well, I don't want to buy another R2D2. I already have. I'm finishing my collection." Well, that's the problem. That's another thing. They're not, because they're only sticking with the characters that are in the media. They don't actually try to create what. Even back in Power of the Force, they had the Heir to the Empire line, and they had stuff from that video game series that Lucas did that had a lot of red in it. Remember that line?
I think you're that Dash Rendar series that they did. Was it Shadow of the Empire that they did as well?
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire. Yeah. It was just they took it. They tried to make new stuff, and I've never seen an action figure for Star Killer. That would have been pretty cool.
They did make one for the Black Series. Originally did 3 3/4 inch figures, and they did do a Star Killer action figure. But that thing goes $200 plus on the secondary market, And then they did a 6-inch Black Series figure for Star Killer here.
You know, the guy that did all the
actually
artwork for the boxes for the Black Series was Greg Titus.
Greg Titus. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He drew my
He's doing
Imaginaries comic book for me.
the art for the Mistborn playing cards now. Those are super
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah, they look awesome. The Steel Inquisitors that he drew are they're so intimidating. They're awesome. They're all over his Instagram page. They're pretty easy to find.
Now
Yeah,
the
he
next
was my
generation will
artist
be
on-
hell of a boss for kids.
On Imaginaries.
Say that again.
I said he was my artist on
the next-
Imaginaries.
Oh, okay. I was thinking my buddy, but no offense.
Sorry, go ahead, buddy. I'll just go away. You guys enjoy.
No. This is the toy discussion now.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I'm here.
I love the
Yeah,
toys.
where's Kevin? Kevin, get in here. Start talking.
But there's definitely like a lack of innovation there because like I'm looking at like custom figures and stuff I've made like here on my shelf, and like I think that Hasbro's just not taking advantage of new technologies that are coming out because I'm sitting here looking at stuff that cost me out of my own pocket cents to make with a resin printer, and I know that they're using resin printers for like prototyping and stuff, but there's so much new technical things that are coming out in terms of new polymers, plastics, etc. that are so much cheaper than injection molding that they're just not taking advantage of.
That's actually one of the things I find the most exciting is a lot of the news, the independent stuff and the stuff that people are doing new, that are trying to create new ideas and they're trying to incorporate new technology. I went to Joe Fest a couple of years ago, and I saw so much innovation, so much new stuff happening. A lot of 3D printing stuff, which is a little scary because that stuff is never going to last long enough for young kids anyway. But at least
those
it
are
gives
for
you
adult collectors mostly,
and also good options for prototyping, which
Yeah.
is a good opportunity there too.
I mean, I've been experimenting with like creating my own like resin mixtures and stuff for my resin printers to make my customs like able to be kid friendly and stuff. But when you get into some of those more technical resins on a consumer side scale, I get to be like close to $60, $75 for a liter of resin, and to go through multiple test series and stuff, and then to only have an application for for that being like airbrushing and spray painting, it doesn't really work out quite that well, and I can still get to dyeing it. I had that first box Mandalorian too, and I thought it was going to get really expensive, and then ended up being the exact
Then
same
the
price
series
as
starts
every other one.
Doesn't that suck when you're investing in something and you're hoping, and it's all based on whether or not the people that continue to produce the product are not going to turn it into crap?
Yeah, or they're going to re-release it and undercut the value.
Yeah.
So are you one of the people that likes everything to keep the value in the secondary market, or are you comfortable letting things, like if Star Killer, for example, is $200 on the secondary market, why not release them again?
I'm all for re-releasing it. Like I think that like a lot of toys also the adult
hold on, we got
collectors-
another toy maker in the chat. Why don't you just come on in, Cygnus?
I think that like a lot of the adult collectors get kind of too caught up on the whole my post market value, and it kind of ruins the collecting for everybody else because they go and they try and collect everything and they just sit on it, and that's like one of the reasons I don't think you see like the 3-inch Star Wars figures and stuff in the store anymore, because you get these guys who just think that Star Wars is going to be it's going to be collectible in 20 years, and they just stick it in boxes and stuff. And so they have, these are the guys that have, entire garages full of like Power of the Force action figures and stuff from the 90s. It's just like
they probably have 10 copies of Spawn #1.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like there's a couple of things that are magic. The Rocket Fire Boba Fett is probably not going to happen again. But
I took pull my cat up because she was off screen and it looks like I'm touching myself. That's not what's going on.
Thanks, Wanger.
Well, we weren't thinking it before.
I'm glad we figured that out, though. I'm glad we resolved that.
Oh boy. All right. So yeah, that was the Elon Musk topic, because I just think that'd be great. And I was kind of steering that back towards like all the crypto people. So Elon's a guy. He's got all the money in the world, and he's not even conservative, right? He's just not insane. And a lot of the money that's coming into crypto now is going to be going to a lot of people who are libertarian minded. They got into crypto back when it was just all about freedom money and not wanting to deal with the government having control of your money and all of that stuff. And so, I mean, as Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, 200,000, $1 million, these people are going to have a lot of money, and they're going to be able to, if they're willing to, this is kind of the crux of the issue, invest in the kind of media and the kind of stuff that will affect the culture. And that's, I don't know, to me, that's hopeful. And seeing Elon do this, as it's sort of like an icebreaker to that end, because up till now you got like George Soros and BlackRock and all these people pouring all of this money into freaking corrupting our world instead of building it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't want to turn into what happened to who was the leader of Venezuela at the time, who was didn't want to deal with American heroes, and so he would make figures out of their authoritarian personalities in government. That was the worst idea ever. No kid wants to play with whatever guy that's trying to keep their parents from eating food.
It reminds me of that Saddam Hussein action figure that floated around for a little bit.
I want a
Have
Saddam
you guys
Hussein
seen
action
that
figure.
or not? Here, I'll see if I can find a picture of it. I'll post it here in the private chat to you here. And if you want to pull it up, because I think that it's a little bit, aside from the fact that it's Saddam Hussein, it's pretty iffy on top of that. So I'll let you kind of judge whether you want to throw it up.
Really? Saddam's a little controversial, is he?
No, aside from like it being
I'll tell you
Saddam,
what,
the
the
figure itself has
Chaldeans-
got I think it's got like a beheading like accessory to it or something like that.
Chaldeans love Saddam Hussein. They like freaking, I wouldn't say they worship the guy, but like, because Saddam Hussein was the guy that was saving them from being targeted and murdered by the Muslim majority there. So Chaldeans are huge fans. I know this because there's a big Chaldean population near where I live, and I was in a tow truck with a Chaldean truck driver, and we're just talking, and he's like got Saddam Hussein as his screensaver on his phone. I'm like, what's the? And he just started talking about how much he was integral in keeping the peace in Iraq, right? So I don't want to turn this into a whole Saddam Hussein thing, but I don't know, man. At this point in time, do you
So
believe
you're
anything
saying
the
he's a
news has told us
Machiavellian?
for the past 50 years?
Well, which dictator do you think would make a great toy? Because I would love to have a Pinochet.
You want a Pinochet?
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? He comes with a helicopter.
I mean, I think the right answer is Stalin, right? Like, what's more like anti-communist than having an action figure of your dictator?
He did have a sweet mustache.
Scout99er, I see you in the Discord. JP Jamma says, does it have a hiding place playset? Little rat hole? What was that called?
little underground bunker.
Yeah.
I think the one I saw was a custom figure, but I glanced upon the fact that there is an actual like G.I. Joe knockoff Saddam Hussein figure.
It's better.
It's wonderful what you find on Google sometimes.
Is it based off Shipwreck?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Elite, you're
Gotta
going
get
to
the
customize a
Pinochet
Shipwreck?
licensed by Hasbro so you can have Blackout as the attack helicopter.
What am I gonna do with Shipwreck? What?
Oh no!
Someone-
What GI Joe has the most Saddam Hussein like mustache?
Probably Shipwreck.
Probably should.
No,
Probably
no. You
Shipwreck.
know what? There was a Breaker figure that came with the motorcycle, and he had a wicked weird beard on there. Like something happened, like it was windblown or something. It looked funky.
All right, and who has a beret?
Flint?
So grab Flint's beret.
They have one of those hats. One of the guys has like he's supposed to be wearing like a BDU cap from my army days, but it looks like it could easily be Fidel Castro's hat too. You could just do that.
I found a
there you have
listing
it. There
for
you
it.
go.
It's like
Sergeant Slaughter, says Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, they're missing their opportunities for doing world
Dictators.
Dictators. That's an easy one.
I've got my Joe Stalin.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm not sure that's the direction they're gonna go.
I don't think so.
It'd be a good way to do historical like lines as well and stuff. Get back to doing like World War II and like Cold War figures.
You could do Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders.
I think I would. I'd do some things for that figure.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I miss the old days when we had like cowboys. Remember when there was a whole Lone Ranger line back in the 70s, 80s? That was awesome. 3 3/4 inch. It was killer. It was killer. But a lot of that stuff doesn't do well as much as you'd think. But World War II stuff, that's a more adult collector thing too. I still like what I see from the guys that collect 1/6 scale, the large format GI Joe guys, those tall ones, the dollies. They're pretty impressive. I see some guys do really good.
That was the original format, right?
Yeah, I had some of those. I had some of the world. I only had World War II once, and they were amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
I have no idea what happened to them.
That's the problem. That's the problem with the 6-inch line, is they're trying to make TIE fighters to fit those TIE fighter pilots, but
I would have bought it.
Fit. It's huge. What do you do with
Oh,
it?
I saw one in person. Yeah, they're huge. I funded that Rancor project.
Oh,
and it didn't go through. And I've got a guy who I'm waiting for him to finish files for it, and when he's finished, I'm going to print it off.
Print it? Yeah, that sounds
I'm
cool.
Do a bigger Rancor. I've got 3/4 of the proper 2-scale ATST behind me that I'm working on. I haven't finished it yet, but I've got a couple buddies who finished the same project, and it's just amazing.
I saw a guy do. I watched this guy on YouTube named Baldy Locks, and he did a review of the GI Joe Dragonfly. But he also showed. I forgot about that he was beardless. I kept thinking of Castro, but I'm glad you brought this up. I'm sure there's somebody out there. We can make that guy.
And demonetized.
You're welcome. You didn't need it, right?
Nah.
I'll come to them else. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thanks, Wanger. I was gonna wrap it up in about a minute, anyways.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
All right, buddy.
Four Horsemen Studios is made some like custom like rideable like action figures like that 6-inch scale, and one of them I think come up as a bear, so you could do Vladimir Putin riding a bear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, see, that's a toy line. You could do God Emperor Trump. You could do Vladimir Putin on a bear.
Is it a meme line? It's a meme.
Yeah, dude.
Figure
Do a
line?
full meme line of freaking dude. There would be such a market for that. I bet
You got Kim Jong Un riding the rocket.
Rocket Man.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Dude.
Best thing is that if everything was slightly misspelled, just so it all like you're not sure if it's a knockoff or if it's an actual name brand line.
Yeah.
Like that Chinese knockoff of or maybe it wasn't Chinese, but it was like some knockoff of Elmo that was like Elbow.
I like those. It's like the ones printed in Mexico or something. It's like, and it's got Batman in there, but the top is the Spider-Man logo, and it's like,
or that
they were
Sonic, that famous picture of the Sonic backpack that says Obama on it.
There were some Star Wars ones a while back with stall walls, and like the L was like
walls
done to make it look like an R. And so we'd all be like, "Hey, are you selling Star Wars figures or stall wall figures?"
Stall
When
walls.
you're going to get some like the stuff that's like knockoff.
All right. Well, we are at that 2-hour mark. Thanks everybody for coming in and hanging out. But that's it for me. 2 hours and I'm out. So thanks everybody. 12,000 subscribers, and we're up to 12,018. Do subscribe if you have not already, and see if we can get to 1220. It doesn't really matter. I'm ending the stream. Thanks everybody. Say good night.
Good night.
See ya.